Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is the long-awaited Cuarentena video that I have been promising you guys since I literally got pregnant. So I took really long to get this video out for you guys, and it was not because of me not wanting to share what I've been kind of going through as far as like my transition from being pregnant to now. It's just I wanted to be able to give you guys obviously real results, real challenges, real pictures, real videos of just everything that has been happening to my body and the transitions that it has been going through. I really wanted this video to be really important, to just kind of show you guys what your body can do and the reality of obviously being pregnant and going through you know, the weight gain and the weight loss. So before I even start this video, I am gonna throw a disclaimer in there. I am in no way, shape, or form a nutritionist. I am not familiar with any of the like diets or weight loss or everything that's good for your body that's bad for your body. Like, to be honest with you guys, I have absolutely no clue. I'm just barely learning myself on what to give my body and what types of foods to eat, what are good fats, what are bad fats. I'm barely learning that all myself. So I'm just gonna be sharing with you guys my personal experience, what my mom has done for me. This is traditions that have been passed down since the rancho. My mom's from Michoacan, and it was passed down from her parents to obviously us, and hopefully I can pass it down to obviously my daughter. But they are traditions that have been around in the family. Some people do it differently. Everybody has their own way of doing the cuarentena. So I'm just specifically sharing with you guys what I did to help myself just get into a healthier and also get my body to where I was getting enough nutrients and obviously taking care of my babies at the same time. So that's just a disclaimer. So please, if you guys are not agreeing with this or anything like that, just please exit the video now, because I do not need anybody's opinions or how they feel if I'm not getting enough nutrients or whatever. This is just solely my story and what I've been doing. Okay, so I wrote everything down on my phone. I'm having like a little bit of a sore throat. Hopefully I don't get sick, because I have been feeling like crap these past couple of days, but I do have a little bit of a sore throat. So if I sound a little like raspy, just ignore me, please. But I did write everything down for you guys because I didn't want to miss anything, and I wanted to make sure that I shared every single thing with you guys. So to start off, what is the cuarentena? So it's not just obviously a Mexican thing or a Latina thing. Here in the United States, they obviously recommend for you not to have sex for 6 weeks, to take care of yourself for 6 weeks, to get as much rest, to not go, lifting anything crazy or exercising or anything like that, just because your body went through, obviously, labor. People don't really realize that when you're pregnant and you give birth, your body is literally going through something really insane, in the sense where it's like, my mom likes to say that when you're in the delivery room, you have one leg in your panteon and you have one leg on earth. And it's like, you hear about women who have passed, women whose babies have passed, and it's a lot that goes on when you are giving birth. Everybody always kind of sees the, oh my god, it's so cute, your belly's so cute, oh my god, your baby's so cute, your pregnancy was amazing. And in reality, it's a lot that happens, and it's a lot that happens to you emotionally, physically, mentally. It's just all a lot. So if you guys have friends, if you guys follow people that are pregnant right now or who have given birth, be nice, because it's a real thing. And it's like, yeah, you're not the first or the last woman to give birth, but I feel like women don't get enough credit when it comes to what your body is going through and everything that has been changing. And on top of that, you're also seeing yourself physically change, and not a lot of people can cope with that very well, especially if you used to look a certain way before, and then all of a sudden you completely, change the way that you look. And I feel like I'm honestly like a very good example of me being that type of person that I was very, very hard on myself. You know, as soon as I gave birth, I jumped right into trying to like lose weight and focusing on my body and wanting to get back to where I was at. And it wasn't until about maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago when I was like, you know what, I need to kind of step away and let my body do what it's meant to do naturally. But of course, the cuarentena that my mom does for me gave me that confidence where I was just kind of like, okay, like the weight is dropping, I feel good, I feel light, you know, my milk was coming in, I was eating all of my vegetables, like I was eating like I normally don't eat. Yo like me traspaso a lot, you know, I will eat like, well, not anymore because I'm in a healthy living now, but I used to traspasarme a lot. I wouldn't eat until like 3 or 4 o'clock sometimes, and that is so unhealthy. And I feel like when you give birth, that's why my mom was like, I need to make sure that you're eating at your times, I need to make sure that you're getting your nutrients, because whatever you're eating, your baby is eating. And that's just the mentality that obviously my mom had. So what is the cuarentena? So I tried to get like an accurate description for you guys, and basically what it says on the internet when you Google it, excuse me, I have a freaking like, my nose is itching. I don't want to have like a freaking moco over here. So it says, cuarentena is a period of approximately 40 days or 6 weeks during which the new mom obtains from sex solely dedicated to breastfeeding, taking care of her baby and herself. During this time, other members of the family pitch in to cook, clean, take care of other children if there are any. So that's what it shows online, what basically is supposed to be. So I have been very, very blessed to be able to have my mom, who not only was helping me after I gave birth, but she was also helping me while I was pregnant towards the last few 3-4 weeks, because I could not go anymore, guys. I was so heavy. I felt pain in my vaginal area for literally like the last 2 months, where I couldn't even get up from bed. Like, it was so draining. And even though I made it look on social media like, oh my God, like I'm pregnant and I feel great and I feel good, in reality, like my body was just exhausted. And on top of that, I had 2 pregnancies back to back, where I didn't even give my body enough time to heal from the first pregnancy. So that's just another thing to kind of throw out there. I was in excruciating pain towards the last like month. And honestly, like I have never experienced this pain that I feel like I think it hurt more than labor itself, because I couldn't even get out of my bed. I would walk and everything felt like it was coming down. And on top of that, I was 170 pounds when I gave birth. I'm naturally around 125 to 130. The highest that I've ever been is like 135. And that's just because I've always just been kind of like that, like straight, you know what I mean? So for me, going from 130 to 170, like it was really, really, really hard on my body, and everything kind of just stretched out, got wider, I gained weight, and I just felt really, really heavy. So the cuarentena just kind of is like a cleanse, and also like your mom is there, your mom, your aunt, your cousin, your grandma, whoever's gonna help you is just there to just make things a little bit easier for you. And I know a lot of you guys don't really have that help at home, so just try to take a little bit of the tips that I'm sharing with you guys. And even if it's just like a friend or anything, like don't be afraid to ask for help. I think that's one thing that I also just kind of have learned, because even though I have a lot of help, guys, I am very hard on myself when it comes to like having other people take care of my babies. It might seem like I'm just like dropping off my babies or whatever, but I'm constantly thinking like, oh my God, I need to hurry up and film this video. I need to hurry up and edit this video. I need to hurry up and do this because I need to go get Max and Camila. I need to go and get Max from here. Like, oh my God, do I really want them to watch? I'm like, that's stuff that constantly is running through my head. And most of you guys could relate to that, because you guys, a lot of you work 9-to-5 jobs where you guys do require to drop off your babies. Of course, I work from home, but I still work. I still have to sit here and I still need somebody to take care of my children. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid to ask for help. So if you guys are going to be following the cuarentena, make sure that you guys try to get somebody to help you, at least cook, at least clean, even if it's your husband taking time off from work, anybody, just ask for that help to just kind of help you out. But yeah, so that's just kind of like the basic. I've been running around. I've been literally talking for 10 minutes straight and haven't even got to the point. Like I was telling you guys, there was just so much information that I had to throw out there for you guys. So just to get back into like another topic, the actual what I was eating and the fajas that I was using. So immediately after you give birth, especially if you have vaginal birth, I know that when you have a C-section, you do have to wait a couple of weeks in order for you to fajarte, if I'm not mistaken. I had vaginal birth with both of my pregnancies, so I was able to fajarme right away. So the fajas that I would use, I have this stretchy one here. This one actually makes you sweat, and it has like this rubber feeling inside, and you kind of just wrap it around your waist. And when you wrap it around your waist, if you leave it on throughout the night or if you're walking around, your stomach is going to sweat. And I mean, it's going to sweat like crazy. I also have, I don't know where it's at. Shit, let me grab it. Okay. I also have this crema, and it's called Hot Cream Ultra Moisturizing, and it's supposed to help you tighten and get rid of cellulite and stretch marks. So this is what I've been using on my stomach and in my legs, also in my inner thighs, because my inner thighs, they got like my thighs in general, my whole like lower body, guys, literally went like this. Like it just got wide. Like I was naturally like just kind of really straight, and like I was never like a super curvy girl. I make myself look curvy by the way that I pose on my pictures, the way that I stand with my leg. Like that's just kind of what I know works for me to make my body look, you know, really put together. But my body type is just really straight, you know what I mean? So my hips got like this, which I'm hoping that once I lose all the weight that I want, that my hips stay the way that they are, and then I just squat, and then my body's gonna be cute, because I really am loving the mom bod that I have right now. Like I in no way hate how I look. I feel like there's areas that I need to work on, things that do make me feel insecure, especially in like my abdominal area. But as far as like my whole body shape, like I'm actually pretty happy with what Camila did to her mama. So I'm hoping that my hips don't go away, whatever little hips I did get. So I do use this on top with that crema right there. And then I have this waist trainer that I get into whenever I just really want it to just kind of cinch in. So that one does hold your stomach in pretty tight, but it's more for like sweating to kind of prep you for this faja right here. This faja is just going to give you that definition, and you have to be very consistent in using your faja every day. I use my faja every day, every night, and even after now being 2 months, oh, I didn't even mention, I am 2 months postpartum. My stomach area is still very loose. It still has a lot of fat, and it's still working to kind of get back to where it's supposed to be. Your body naturally takes about a year to go back to where everything is supposed to be. So I am trying to see what my body is going to do naturally, because I do plan on getting my boobs done. Like I had mentioned to you guys, I do want to get my boobs done. So we'll get into a little bit more topic after that regarding that. So I do want to make sure that I tighten everything up and I just keep everything in place. So now for the actual video itself, what do I eat and what was my mom feeding me? If you guys have me on Snapchat, my Snapchat is right here. If you guys do have me on Snapchat, you guys were seeing pretty much the stuff that my mom was feeding me. So for 40 days straight, my mom recommends for me to not go out, to eat a very healthy meal, to basically sit on my ass all day and not like do anything, not lift up my son, not do anything, but literally just rest, pump, feed my daughter, and that's it. Like that is literally the only thing my mom had me do. She was like, anytime I would get up and I was like barefoot, she would be like screaming at me. If I would get up and I was moving around, bending over or bending, like she was screaming at me, you know what I mean? So my mom, she takes this really serious. I lasted about maybe 3 weeks with actually following those instructions, where I wasn't like really wearing heels. I wear heels for my pictures. I want you guys to honestly see that as well. Like I like to give you guys reality in my videos, but also my Instagram is kind of what people just see, you know what I mean? So it's like, if I want to take a cute picture in heels, like I'm gonna take the picture in heels, and that was just the picture that I took, you know what I mean? So when I did start wearing heels, my mom of course was chewing me out, and she does tell me, listen to me because you're gonna end up regretting it later. Did I listen? Of course not. But all the other stuff with the food and the fajándome, like I obviously did follow through with. As far as food, what they recommend for us to eat every morning, we start off with something really light, and everything that you eat has to be hot. So they say something, like my mom says, there's something about eating hot stuff that just kind of like repairs all of your insides, so it gets everything to go back to normal, and you feel good and you feel light, and it kind of just like detoxes you. So in the morning I would have either like a hot chocolate, unsweetened, just because you don't want to have too much sugar. And chocolate, sometimes you have to be really careful as well, because if your baby is colicky, the hot chocolate might make her or him extra colicky. So if you guys don't want to do hot chocolate, you would do like a green tea. So either a green tea or a té de manzanilla to start your morning, or even like a lemon water, but it has to be hot with like honey. So that would be like your breakfast, and kind of what you eat to just kind of cleanse your body and eat your natural, you know, drink. So then after that, I would either have like a caldo de pollo, caldo de albóndigas, or I would have chicken breast with a little bit of rice and corn. And that was already going towards like my 3rd week, when I started contributing like rice, like more carbs and chicken into my like actual diet. But for the first literally 30 days, all I was eating was caldo de pollo. And in my caldo de pollo, my mom puts potato, she would put camote, she would put tomato, she would put carrot, she would put what other vegetables did she put? She would put like a little bit of like that rice. It's like a weird rice, I don't even know what it's called, but she would like add it in there, but not too much of it. And then everything obviously has the flavor of the caldo de pollo. If you know how to make caldo de pollo, then you know it's like, it's all pretty much the same. You just add whatever vegetables you want. So it's basically just a chicken noodle soup. I would not recommend for you to do chicken noodle soup like store-bought that you just kind of take out of a can, because I know that they're really high in sodium. So I would just kind of try to do it naturally at home, and I would get my protein from the ground beef that they would use for my albóndigas, or the chicken that my mom would use for the actual chicken noodle soup. And that was it, guys. That was all I was eating. Lunch and dinner, lunch and dinner, lunch and dinner, lunch and dinner for 40 days straight. I had no type of like cheat meals, nothing. I think one of the days I had a pizza, and oh my God, guys, I had like massive ass diarrhea, like horrible. Like my body literally rejected it and was like, what are you feeding me? So just to kind of throw it out there. And you know, when you do give birth, your doctors do recommend for you to eat a very light meal, because you just gave birth. And unfortunately, some of us don't have the time to cook and clean, especially when you have multiple children and all of that. So we do find an easier way to just go and get a hamburger from McDonald's, or, you know, eat processed food. And that's just kind of something that we need to try to ask for help, because my mom always says, if you're not healthy and you're not taking care of yourself, how are you going to take care of your babies? Like, they need you, and they need you to be 100%. So I definitely took that very, very to heart when she does say that, because you do need to be able to take care of yourself. And with me, you know, I jumped straight into going to work because this is my job and this is what I have to do. And unfortunately, I don't get you know, time off of work. Like, you guys want to know my life, you guys want to know what's happening, you guys want to see the babies, so that does require me to work. So it's just finding obviously that balance. And then in between my meals, I would have a lot of fruit. You also have to separate what are like really, really, really sugary fruits. So I try to just stay away so much from like the pineapple and the mango, because they do have really, really, really like high amounts of sugar. Even though it is good sugar, it has high amounts of sugar. So I try to just stick with like blueberries, blackberries, strawberries. All of those just are a little bit lower. Bananas are also very good for you. So then after I started doing like the caldo de pollo, by like maybe the 4th or 5th week, I started eating a little bit more. So now this is where I transitioned to like my healthier diets that I'm currently on right now. I started juicing. So then I would have a juice with kale, spinach, half of a banana, strawberries, and a little bit of pineapple with some flax seeds. Blend that all up, and that would be my breakfast. Then for lunch, I would have a salad with either chicken or ground beef, or just a plain salad with like cucumbers and tomatoes and just like those veggies. And then for dinner, I would have either like a chicken breast, or I would have, I tried to start eliminating some of those carbs now. So now I'm not really eating rice anymore. Anytime that I do have a bread, it's usually whole grain. If I do have tortillas, I'm aiming more, if I'm doing like a wrap, I'm doing spinach tortillas, like spinach wraps. And I'm just really trying to take care of myself, because I need to make sure that I take my time to just be healthy. And I'm going to the gym now. So after my 6 weeks, I was cleared to go to the gym. I started going to the gym now, and I'm starting to do cardio. I just want to be able to remove most of this fat that's still left in me, and then start weight training so I can get my butt to look nice and plump and round, and my legs to look nice and thick like they did in like 2015, you know? So that's the goal, that's the vision, that's what I'm trying to accomplish. But as far as food, it's literally all you're doing is eating soups for 40 days. I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I was starving, but whenever I felt like I wasn't having enough food, I would add more chicken, I would add more fruits, I would add a little bit more vegetables. And I think our bodies are just so used to eating whatever we want in pregnancy, especially because I was like binge eating all the time. I was eating everything, and I was craving so many sweets, that when all of a sudden I just went from eating, you know, everything I wanted to not eating anything, I felt like my body was like crying for help, you know? But by the second week, you will feel good, you will feel light. I have literally not eaten like anything like sweet like that, or like cupcakes and stuff like that in a while now, because if I do eat it and I'll have like a bite, it'll kick in my stomach right away. And mind you guys, I also have gallstones that I got with my pregnancy. So with my pregnancy, I know you guys hate how I say pregnancy, with my pregnancy, and I have to get them removed. I get them removed in I think like 1 or 2 months. They still haven't scheduled it out, but my doctor scheduled out about 1 to 2 months. But because I do have gallstones, my bowel movements have been ridiculous. Like I eat and I shit, I eat and I shit, I eat and I shit. And I have like diarrhea every so often. So TMI, but that's just kind of what my body is going through right now. So imagine me eating like super unhealthy, and then my bowel and my system and everything is just going wacko and crazy. I also have not been drinking alcohol. I went out one day and I ended up drinking, and my gallbladder felt like it was going to explode. My sister's birthday is on Sunday, and we are gonna go wine tasting, so I'm hoping that I could have some wine and be okay and be all right. But also, if you guys are taking care of your body, alcohol is probably like the worst thing you can add to your body. So I am going to be being very picky about the times when I do decide to put alcohol in my body, and just being very careful, because I want to look good, guys. Like I want to feel good. I want to, you know, really take on this time to just eat healthy, and not just to look like freaking J-Lo, you know, because she looks bomb, but really just my insides feel amazing and feel good, and really start taking care of my body. And I am so excited for this journey. I'm so excited, and I feel so motivated. And of course, I will be bringing you guys along the ride. I took before pictures, and I can't wait to like show you guys the after pictures once the after does happen. So now, what my body looks like now. My body has gone through some transitions, and I am going to be literally an open book for you guys right now. I didn't even tell you guys, so I started off at 170 when I gave birth, and then I'm right now currently 141 pounds. So I have dropped, sorry, let me calculate because I'm not able to say at the top of my head right now. So I was at 170. And then I'm at 141. So I've lost a total of about 29 to 30 pounds. I'm fluctuating back and forth between 140 to 141. I started gaining some more weight because I started kind of like adding some protein and all that stuff. So I went from like nothing to that. So originally I had lost about 32 to 34 pounds. So I'm slowly gaining some of that back, and I'm hoping it's because I'm starting to like eat a little bit more, so it's like going to like the right areas, you know. I am trying to not think so much about the scale as well. The goal is 125, but I do want to make sure that I just focus on making my body just look really good and feel good and have energy, because although I have been, you know, living a different lifestyle right now, I feel good. I feel energized. I feel like my skin is amazing. I feel like my hair has been growing like crazy. That's why I ended up freaking cutting it so short, because it was growing so fast. And you guys are gonna see, I also take biotin pills, so that helps with like my hair, skin, and nails. So that's why like I have been obviously noticing what you eat and what you consume like really is a whole factor of how you just feel and look on the outside. And also drinking a lot of water. I got a half gallon that I have not been able to finish a whole half gallon, but that is what I'm working on and hoping that I can start drinking a whole gallon a day. But I do drink a lot of water. Now, as far as like how my body looks, I'm gonna be a complete open book with you guys. I'm gonna keep it as raw as possible. I'm gonna keep it as real as possible and show you guys the reality of what my body is going through. You guys see me on Instagram, you guys see me on Snapchat, and you guys see me post videos like this where I can make myself look really shaped, really curvy, make my butt look really nice and plump. And of course I could do that because, you know, my body can do that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not faking it. I'm not editing that out. Like, that's what my body can look like in a video. You know what I mean? But of course, the way that I stand, the way that I pose makes my body just look more put together. Now, as far as what my body looks like now, so this is what I'm gonna show you guys a video of me completely, literally naked, okay? So this video here, you guys can see my stomach it's not super tight, but it does move a lot. I walk, it jiggles. I walk, my ass jiggles. You guys can see I probably wore like the smallest thong that I could literally own, because I wanted you guys to see everything. Like, do you guys see how one little step, one little move, like everything is jiggling? Here in this video, I'm bending over and you can see the fat just kind of traveled down to the bottom of my waist. So that is my problematic area that I have been dealing with since even before pregnancy. And obviously giving birth to 2 children made that worse. I have never had a flat stomach. I always used to say that I was like skinny fat because I had skinny arms, skinny back, skinny legs, and I just always had fat in my abdominal area. That's just something that I've always had, even since I was younger. So I have realized that that's just kind of a problematic area for me, and being pregnant made it worse. So I'm gonna show you guys now. When I stand up, I look, you know, okay, I look normal. I don't feel like I look bad, to be honest with you guys. I'm not trying to be hard on myself and be like, why do I look like that? Like, I know why I look like that. I gave birth to 2 lives, you know what I mean? So as far as like how I look when I sit, so here you guys are gonna see where I sit. I'm sitting on my counter, on my bathtub, and on the bottom you guys can see here, you see that lonja that's just like right at the bottom, and when I bend forward it comes out more. If I touch it, I can pull it, I can hold it, and that is just me naturally. Like, that is my stomach. That's what it looks like now. My stomach when I sit is not super flat. You guys can see right at the bottom I have a few stretch marks down there. That's probably like the only area, and on the side of my love handles where I got stretch marks, and also in my inner thighs I got stretch marks. But that is what I look when I stand, when I sit. That's what I look like naked, okay? And I cannot even believe that I'm literally like showing you guys this right now, but I want you guys to be able to see that, because I don't want you guys to think that I am putting my life out there to make myself look like I'm perfect and I bounced back in a month. But I'm proud. I am proud of the changes that I'm making in my life to give myself a healthier lifestyle and a healthier living. And I want to just be able to see what my body can do and embrace what my body has done. since giving birth, you know what I mean? And this is why I really wanted to take my time to show this video to you guys, because this video was not supposed to just come out and be like, look at me, I look perfect and I look amazing and my body did this and I didn't have to work out and all I did was just eat, you know what I mean? Like, that's unrealistic. And everybody's body type is going to react to things differently. So if you're somebody who was naturally skinny before birth, then yeah, you might be able to just do that right away. If you were a little bit on the thicker side when you give birth, then yeah, your goals are going to be different than mine. But if this video is just going to help you guys to just get that little motivation and that extra push to get yourself to finally feel good, then I want to do that for you guys, you know what I mean? And like I said, that's what I look like, obviously naked, you know, and I will show you guys a video that I took of me in my dress. So this video here shows what I look like in a tight dress. So as you guys can see, you know, my body, for me giving birth to 2 kids, like, hey, I feel like I feel good, I feel comfortable, I feel like, damn, like I can make my body do anything that I want it to. I just need to be consistent and I just need to feel good about myself and love the changes that have been happening to my body. I cannot continue to put myself in this dark place where I feel like I have an image to portray, and unfortunately it does suck because I do have that pressure on me. I feel like people have that pressure because of social media in general, but imagine being a social media influencer and not looking like everybody on social media. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that does build a lot of pressure on what my body is supposed to look like and how I'm supposed to feel and look. Do I feel 100% that this is something that I'm going to do naturally? Of course not. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys and tell you guys that me getting plastic surgery is not something that I have considered and that I do want to do in the future, because I have made it really, really clear to you guys that I want to get my boobs done, because my boobs are probably the thing that I'm the most insecure about, and that's just the way that they fall and the fact that I cannot wear a shirt without a bra or anything like that. So that is something that I've been very, very open about. Now, as far as like my whole body itself, before I gave birth to my son, I had a consultation with Dr. Teneja, and I had told him that I wanted to get lipo in my abdominal area. He told me that my stomach, I didn't even need a tummy tuck because the skin was not stretching out, that it was literally just fat sitting in my stomach, and that I could work that out and make my stomach back to where it was at. Now, a second child, I don't know what it did to my body, so I would definitely love to have a second opinion. I do know that if they told me that I needed to get a tummy tuck for whatever reason, I wouldn't do it, and that's just because I know that it is like the worst freaking experience that you can do, and that it hurts so bad. And I'm just a little bitch, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bitch when it comes to, you know, being under the knife like that, and you know, getting surgery. Like, I get scared. They told me that I had to get my gallstones removed and I was fucking panicking, you know what I mean? And even just me getting my breasts done, that's why I didn't want to do implants and I wanted to just do a lift, because thinking about something foreign in my body gives me anxiety. I am just super, super hypochondriac when it comes to my health and my body and how I feel, that I just think about shit too much. I'm so fucking weird when it comes to things like that. So I always told myself that if they did tell me that I needed to get a tummy tuck, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna say like no, because I don't want, if I do decide to do it, I don't want you guys to be like, what the fuck, you liar, you know what I mean? But that's not something that I have in the books for me. Now, as far as like me working out, making my stomach look bomb, getting it back to where it's at, just really nice and tight, if I have anything left in my stomach that just doesn't, you know, sit well, when I do get my chi-chis done, I would love to get some lipo in my stomach area to just kind of smooth everything out. And that is just me being 100% honest and raw with you guys about what I'm trying to do with my life, with my everything. And I'm honestly just so happy that I have been able to give birth to 2 beautiful children and really, really just be that mom that I need to be, but also not forget about myself in the process. There's nothing wrong with you wanting to look good after giving birth and wanting to work out right away after you give birth. Of course, don't be hard on yourself, but there's nothing wrong with wanting to feel good and look great. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that are like, you know, don't rush it, don't rush it. And of course, do not rush the process. Your body is going to do what it's supposed to do naturally, but also do not forget yourself in the long run, because as a mom, sometimes we do forget. We put our children before us, and we do just want to worry about them, that we get lost, you know? We get lost in our marriage, we get lost in our sex life, we get lost in how we feel about ourselves and how we're taking care of ourselves. You know what I mean? Ulises goes to the gym every morning. Nobody's gonna tell him anything like, why are you working out? You're a dad now. No. So nobody should say that to a mom. You should feel good about yourself as well, and feel healthy, and just feel absolutely amazing and live your best life, so your children can see you living your best life and you can be that example for your children. You know, I feel like I just ranted for literally 40 minutes straight without stopping. Like, I talk too fucking much, but I was just trying to literally get every little detail and not miss anything. And I know that I did miss the weight loss in general, like week by week. So when I gave birth, I was 170 pounds. After delivery, I went right down to 159. So as soon as I gave birth, I dropped weight, because obviously your placenta comes out of you, your baby comes out of you, all of the fluid inside of you comes out, all of your swelling goes down, so you're gonna drop weight automatically. Then after week 1, I was 155, week 2, I was 152, week 4, I was 149, week 6, I was at 142. So like I said, my weight has been fluctuating from like 138, 142. Like, those are the numbers that I'm seeing kind of back and forth. Like, sometimes I wake up really extra skinny and I'm like, oh bitch, you're 136 today, you know? And then like I'll eat throughout the day, then I weigh myself and I'm like, oh shit, now I'm 140 today, you know? So it's like, it's different. So that's why I'm trying to not base it on the scale, but I do want to see some progress. So I have been taking before and after pictures. I'm taking week by week pictures, and I cannot wait for you guys to see the transformation of Blanca looking snatched as fuck and living her best life, guys. I'm glad that I have been able to share my journey and my life with you guys. I'm glad that I have been able to share everything with you guys, and I genuinely enjoy sharing every single moment with you guys. It's not the easiest thing to put your life out on the internet with people's opinions and people's, you know, wanting to bash you, or people wanting to bring you down, and people who have, you know, don't want to be supportive. But then there's those people who just genuinely care about you and love you and support you, and, you know, they fuck with you. And it's like, those are the moments that I genuinely live for, and I could not be any more thankful for you guys. But I hope that this video answered all of your questions. If for whatever reason I didn't, because I was rambling for so long and I was kind of all over the place like I had mentioned, leave me a question down below and I will do a part 2 just answering your guys' questions. If you guys are going through any challenges that you guys feel like you guys can't overcome now that you guys are pregnant or anything like that, I would love to answer some of your guys' questions. So go ahead and just leave something down below, and then I will go into detail with all of that. I will also have the crema and all of the fajas linked down in the description box, so you guys can pick them up if you guys are interested. I got them from Amazon, so you guys can get them like literally overnight delivery. So just remember, guys, eat healthy, eat your greens, you know, drink a lot of water, and fajarte, like use that faja day and night, you know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. I love you all so much. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button before you leave. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys on my next video. Love you guys.
Rooftop in the middle of the city. One look can't get you out of my mind.